So it might be a little bit late starting split here, but I'm not too worried because once the embargo actually gets lifted, this game will be loadless for sure.
What better way to start the day than with some nutritious healing berries? How come these bushes never grow healing chocolates?
How's your chest feeling,
Big day for
Axel?
Aloy, all right. First time seeing the village of Mother's Heart. First chance to ask Tirsa about her mother.
Oh, a second try
And
there.
first time having her thoughts and feelings narrated.
Okay then.
Oh, that was actually super close.
Pick yourself up, try again.
Okay, third try, take that. That was probably even or still faster than doing the 10th way. 10th way is actually super slow. Not too bad. Yeah.
How about some warm-ups? Even after years of being hit, the target still hadn't.
Having no
learned to
voice
move
is
out of
actually
the
not
way.
fun at
then,
all.
That's inanimate objects for you.
Like, luckily, my body is actually really good at recovery. Like, my knee after surgery 2 days afterwards was not swollen at all anymore.
Aloy couldn't wait to make some new friends and start handing out focuses to them. They were gonna look so cool.
So I'm really happy with like how my body actually interacts with like diseases and injuries.
Excuse me, Ross.
So every time I get like
After
a
everything
cold
Aloy
or
had
something,
put him
like
through,
after 1 day, it's
Fred had
more or less
certainly
always
earned some
gone
respect.
already.
But other machines in the wild were rather less friendly.
But it still is really annoying.
Quick way down.
That might be best to sneak up. Aloy had heard stories of the days when the metal creatures were docile,
Let's see.
peaceful. It made her think that maybe destroying them
This
wasn't
is the threat.
nicest thing to do.
Like the early games, I
Talking to Tirsa?
think I figured out good strats for the boss or for the fights already. That's the first one I want to implement. You want to actually hit it twice. I only hit it once
Mother's
beforehand,
heart was far.
and
I
then
can't believe this
you
happened.
get him charged into an object, and then hit it once or twice again.
Mysterious.
And I definitely got better at this jump there. Thanks. I'm pretty washed at actually running.
I can't believe cultists kidnapped.
Boy, a mystery. Just the kind of thing to make a story interesting. According to...
So, give me some lag. I'm trying to still split and everything. But given how long it is, or was, since I actually ran a game. Okay, so hit it once here. Again here, let it charge into the thing. Hit again.
Hit there. Focus knows best.
You can use the same tactic there as in the first fight.
And off we go. Weak spots? Sweet! I'm taking it to bits! Ah! That knocked it off. Training. Hey! That's one machine less.
Give me a sec to read it.
Another weird ancient thing. So mysterious. Aw, over already.
Yeah, kiwis actually have a lot of vitamin
Found some
C.
of the prisoners. Now to clear out the guards.
If you're not that much into actually eating fruits, like I'm not at all into eating fruits.
Ah, did that hurt?
Garlic. One of the best vitamin C options you can have.
Take that.
If you're more like actually having a full meal, use more garlic.
And it's she who's
Garlic has a shit ton of vitamin C. You know, it's funny because a friend of my brother and me actually had a term which is like the garlic belt, which starts in Spain, goes to France, goes through the Alps, and then
many of its
from the
people are
Alps
still missing.
it goes to the Balkan, which is like the area which use like
While she'd
a
been
lot
trying on
of garlic.
outfits, Aloy heard an interesting bit of town gossip. A
So be
gigantic
south of the
creature had
garlic
been
belt.
seen in the wilds,
Because
giving the
garlic is
villagers even
amazing.
more reasons to worry. She decided
Like
to
every
investigate
meal
at
is
once,
better with garlic.
Because, well, who wouldn't?
I know, like, I get that you don't want to be French. Like, let's be honest, who wants to be French?
No more mysteries?
But garlic is a good source of vitamin C. Ingwer, no, ingwer is German. Ginger. Also, great source of garlic. Yeah, ingwer's a great. That was a really good sentence from me.
I'm not that into the sun.
Ginger is a good source of garlic.
So long.
No, ginger is a good source of vitamin C.
Yum. I'm stronger already.
Our heroes came upon a secluded clearing where they found 3 mysterious chests and an odd trader who demanded no payment.
Another
Who
good
was
thing,
he?
obviously, is
And why was
lemons.
he waiting?
Lemons, limes, stuff like that.
Oh, an old world rat.
Really high in
I
vitamin
wonder
C.
what it was for.
Okay, here's the first route deviation I did.
Oh gosh, intruders!
So, on story difficulty you can one-shot those. So I don't want to use my boots
You
yet.
should have joined a knitting cult. I better not leave things on. You won't be bothering anyone now.
So I have 15 charts of my double jumps yet, still. Which I can use in the long neck section here. Which is like a platforming section. Also, red wine is good for your heart, by the way.
Oh, there it is again. I wonder where it's going.
Aloy had heard stories of the gentle, majestic machines known as tallnecks. They strode the wilds like colossal wanderers and were said to carry gold bricks on their flat heads. And everyone knows that only gold bricks could rebuild a village like Mother's.
And then obviously salmiakki,
Don't ask me
the
why.
Finnish liquor,
Those things.
which smells like licorice. Which you actually can't get in Switzerland. But somehow I still have like a bottle of it.
I think I got the hang of this.
Do you like red wine, Paxton?
The view must
Because
be
every time we were in
amazing from up
Sweden,
there.
we never had like any wine at all.
I see ya!
It's so huge. finally caught up with you. Hope you don't mind me jumping on your head.
Oh, I was super fast here.
Wow.
I'm more of a spirits kind of guy on it. Ah, okay. The thing is, my dad makes wine like himself. So, like I grew up with wine basically. Kinda.
We keep our tool.
So, like, I had red wine and white wine, like, basically my entire life. I had sips of wine when I was like 11, 12. I just like 1 to 2 sips. But then once I got 16, which is the legal age of drinking in Switzerland, or actually I'm not sure if it's still the legal age of
Aloy
drinking in
normally
Switzerland.
loves surprises, but this one sounded
I'm not sure if they raised it to 18. But yeah, every time when I was 16 and I went out with friends, it was like kind of a rule to first eat
Razors.
dinner
They scatter easily, but
with
their
my
horns
parents. Basically, so that like I was able to like,
differ. Ooh, now I can burn, baby burn.
like I was okay. I need to focus real quick and turn the next platforming
Grumpy
section.
razors. I guess
I'm gonna
I'd be mad
continue
too.
with my train of thought.
I'm up here.
Okay, so when I was 16, legal age of drinking when I was 16-ish, it was like I had to eat dinner with my parents, and I was also allowed to have like an apero, which is like pre-drinks, at my parents' house. And
What, fire attack?
what? That's weird. Pre-drinks at my parents' house, and also drink beer and wine with my parents, just so they know like in what condition I actually left the house. Because then it was like always I would actually leave the house at like 9-10 p.m. and I had friends which left house at, I don't know, 8 p.m. and just got hammered
I still got stuff to do here.
as soon as they left the house. But with me actually having to have drinks at home first, was firstly able to, like, my parents were able to monitor how much I actually drink.
Ooh, good stuff in here.
And then it was also, I didn't spend too much money actually buying alcohol.
Huh.
Just checking the lock.
I mean, even for drink is always a much better idea. Ah, depends. No, I agree.
Should've joined a name
It's the
club.
student's way.
Don't go to
Drink
pieces.
before eating is the student's way.
Overload! Nice! I got it! Ha, didn't see that one. Love it when they go boom. Yeah, aim for the glowing bits. Right in the can. And the wilds are a little safer.
Put your mind to it and kick their butts.
You can do it.
But yeah, with that system, like, my parents actually were able to, like, see how much I actually drink, and if I already drank too much at home, they were like, yeah, no, you're not going out tonight, because we know you and we know how it's gonna end, basically. Which hindsight, I'm happy for them doing that. In heat of the moment, I was maybe angry from time to time, and I felt like they're gonna monitor me too much.
Helis is giving sunshine.
But getting older, I actually realize it probably wouldn't have ended well. Ah, it wouldn't have ended well
right?
if I still went out after a couple of days, like after those evenings. Because my dad always used to smoke a cigar after dinner and drink whiskey. And we often joined him, not smoking the cigar, but just drinking the whiskey. Obviously not when we were 16, my brother and me. Like, we were 17. But once we were actually 18, we were allowed to drink also like hard liquor. It was just a ritual on a Friday and Saturday to get some drinks like at home before, like between 4 and 5. Get some drinks like some Moscow Mules, gin tonics at home. Then we were 4 people in the family. A bottle of red wine for us 4, or maybe 1.5. And then go out with my father. He smokes cigar. We drink like a really good whiskey. It wasn't like just like some crap whiskey. It was like actually some like expensive stuff, like a bottle costing over $100. Just getting like a small glass of that, and then we actually went out to drink with friends. Thanks for pointing out that I forgot to split.
No more sun for you.
There you are.
Oh, lucky find.
I tried for like 20 minutes here to actually find a skip here, but I wasn't able to find like a shortcut.
Watchers. Small. Timber!
Oh! For the... Oh!
I said hi. Didn't see that one coming.
Come on, Aloy. Guess I'm not such a great...
I get both sets pack, so my family was never like really strict on alcohol, to be honest. Their train of thought was more like, we want to see what you're doing in-house so we can guesstimate what you're doing out-of-house. And we feel it's better to actually like
I get it.
see how you actually leave the house, knowing that you already drank something and you're gonna be responsible enough to not like drink too much. Because what I seen with friends is that like they grew up in like alcohol-free household, and as soon as they left the house, they would just like get hammered the second they left the house.
I never thought we'd get invaded by a Karja Sun cult. We're not exactly known for...
Like, my best friend from like 14 to 17, 18-ish, like the entire family actually drew with a marker. Like on every bottle of liquid they had in their house, they actually drew a line where it was, so they knew if one of the sons actually drank alcohol from that line.
Wow, what is this place?
Yeah, that's a whole different story, because uni in Switzerland works way differently than like a board.
Those sparks sure look like a safety.
Like I still lived at home when I went to university. The thing is, in Switzerland, you can cross entire country in, what is it, 4 hours? You can go from the north border to the south border in more or less 3 hours. So most people actually still live at home. They don't have dorms or anything. I've got an early cycle there.
Can't handle the heat? Just look how tall I am! One less machine!
I get that too, like, people, how did I manage to get into that small gap there? Never mind. Yeah, for people here is like, if you have to travel more than like 1 hour, you actually move out of your hometown to live closer to university. But it's not that they live in dorms or anything, they actually rent apartments. Like how a normal person would do. Like they would just like rent an apartment just with friends.
Their return to Mother's Heart.
But like many people would actually also rent the same apartment, same building, like with a family. That was what I did before with my friends. Like if you remember a couple years ago, like my old room, my old layout. That was when I was still at university, and I lived with one friend who works as a chemist laborant, and another friend that was also still at university. But we actually rented an apartment in like a normal building, not like in a dorm. It was still my hometown, so it was still 40 minutes away from home, from university. Hey, Seed.
That red monster you...
Yeah, it's basically renting a flat. We call it WG in Switzerland, Wohngemeinschaft, like living community would be the closest translation to it. Which is just like friends living with each other, splitting the bill and everything. But it's not like that we actually have like a dorm or like a crappy apartment. No, it's like we actually use like or live in the same like. Do I need this? Maybe I need this. Where's the enemy? Like our neighbors then were like the one right next to each other. To us was just like a single mom with her daughter, and luckily I wasn't home, but apparently one morning the daughter just like rang our bell because her mother actually died.
Where you go?
I wasn't home when this happened. Like a friend of mine was home and he saw this small girl and he was like, nah, no, I don't feel like talking right now, so he didn't actually answer the door when he saw the small girl just ring because he thought it was just like... Yeah, it sounds mean, but he thought it might be just like small girl just ringing the door, asking for stuff. But it turned out afterwards her mother actually died.
That time.
And honestly, I don't know what happened to that daughter. It was right before I actually moved out. I can't remember, maybe it was also after I moved out already. But yeah. It sounds like I'm not showing much emotions right now, but like I have no idea how the dog is doing. Like we didn't have any contact really at all
It has to be Tirsa down there.
to that like single mother and daughter.
Jade huggers, destroy them! Want some more? But that's burn!
But yeah, I have no idea how it went out for her.
Push, Aloy!
Obviously, I hope the daughter is doing well now as well. But yeah, it was a really like anonymous like household basically. Like everybody was just doing their own business, no much interaction at all. Compared to the house I live in right now with a girlfriend, like we have parties. Like everybody,
Like I said before,
is more or less the same age as we are. There's like
Thanks to
one
Aloy's
mother,
efforts in the
which is
wilds,
like
Mother's Heart now
60-ish,
had the supplies to restore one of
and
its long
another
abandoned
person which is
quarters.
like
But
between
while the town
around
celebrated,
50.
she still had a lot of
But they're both
questions.
super cool, and every time we do a party they come as well. And now like right above is like actually like a couple moved in, which is 75 to 80. Looks like Joe Biden, acts like Joe Biden. Super like
Stranger's advice
he
sounded
forgets everything.
mysterious and more than a little suspicious.
But yeah, Biden is in trivia. Let me think about something real quick. Did you know the penicillin, the antibiotics, was found just because of like an accident that Ian Fleming forgot to turn off or remove like a petri dish of mold or a petri dish, and it started to mold or molding,
Want some more?
and then you realized that bacteria weren't able to grow close to it because of the mold that actually was growing there, which was the penicillin. Was penicillin, which was the first antibiotics. And bonus fact, it was like this was during World War II, or close to World War II. So actually, like Ian Fleming, I think was British, if I remember correctly. So they actually moved to the US, or like employees of him.
Like a strange, rather
And what they did, they were like having spores of the penicillin fungi all covered over the body and everywhere, knowing it's gonna hurt them. But as soon as they get to the US, they were able to actually use those spores that had covered on their entire body to actually like make more cultures of that.
Yeah! Finish them off! Stay down and play.
There's definitely some benefits of doing it,
That's what
see
happens
it,
to evil
but
machines.
I'll like point it out more in the next fight scene. The fight scene are super chaotic, and obviously the fights. Oh, where am I going? Damn it. It would save time actually 1v2 seeing it, but the thing is, since they're so chaotic, and on default setting it actually costs health to revive your second player. Because as soon as you lose all your hearts, you have to restart like the area, like the map you're in. So you end up
Maybe we can
probably
turn that-
reviving the enemy or your second player over and over again.
That looks so strange.
To be fair, Fleming was the guy that actually found it.
Explosion!
Okay, this is fight scene. Okay, we have 3 enemies charging at me. I have to hit him in the blue spots, which is a weak point, because else I'm doing way reduced damage. We have 1 guy charging at me, 1 guy charging up and attack against me. More enemies are spawning in. I can start dealing with this enemy.
That stings.
Go over to this guy, start hitting him.
Got it.
This guy jumped up, so I can't hit him yet.
Hero.
Another wave of enemies coming in. This guy jumped up, so he's vulnerable
Got you that time.
for right now.
Oh, that was a good one.
So you can see how chaotic those fights are.
Oops.
Well, that's the first tower.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was that Fleming wasn't able to actually mass produce it in England. I forgot the reason why, but I have it in my university stuff somewhere why it wasn't able to do that. So he actually sent out people to the US
As the
because
gang
they were able
prepared
to
for
mass
their next
produce it.
adventure, they learned of the latest rumor making the rounds in Mother's
Uh,
house.
split.
Strange, ominous noises had been heard echoing through the mountains.
I didn't play on the right
Intriguing.
difficulty yesterday.
That means we're gonna have to fight.
Are you in your bachelor or
yes.
master
Great
year,
machine
Paxo?
mystery. Alo-
Bachelor, right?
Shiny spot. I should aim there. Got it. Nice hit. It was already like that.
Ah, okay. Different system then.
It's hot dog guys. Battle one less machine. Grazers. I should avoid those horns. Don't want a major outage. Oh, that was getting good at this.
Oh, PhD. I'm still kind of mad that actually, like, threw away my masters. Still have the bachelor, and it was like really close to actually getting my master.
Love getting new stuff.
But if you're getting bullet in your master year, where you have like 1 to 1.5 years entire in the laboratory and you get bullet by the people there, yeah, it's no brain to actually get rid of the master degree. Okay, new strat here.
Yeah! Ice cold! Make the most of it. I'm gonna run out.
So I have the
Punch the dust.
ice spear here. The thing with ice is it does more damage.
Finish them off.
Like you do more damage as soon as you get like as soon as the enemy is frozen, you're doing more damage. So what I'm actually doing is I'm trying to freeze the enemies and then attack them with the unfrozen
Sorry about the
weapon.
frostbite. Time to cool off. Woo! You guys saw
to actually like maximize my use of the freeze weapon. Some stats here.
Well, maybe the people.
So you
that-
only I only used my weapon to actually freeze people, and then I switched off the weapon to actually use like the standard weapon. So I was able to actually like save some ammunition, basically.
You know what they say? Come for the adventure, stay for the shiny. Sweet!
Do I remember to split this time? How long is a PhD taking in your field?
I suppose.
Hexo.
I'm getting
At
restless
least
here,
I'm not allergic
but
to
it
this
is good
flower.
It's another 4 years?
Darn it!
3 years. So once you actually finish your PhD, your Origin probably has his bachelor. That sounds about reasonable, right? It might be in his final semester by then. Dude, I feel like Origin started university before I started university. He's still in his bachelor, or I'm not even sure if he's still in his bachelor, but it feels like. Bro, I can stop every time I want. Just one more, I promise. I'm not addicted. I swear.
You shouldn't be here. Face up. Hope that.
There's a yeah, the other quote was, bro, it wasn't a mandatory course, so I was allowed to fail it.
Hi. I'm always here. This could be a new release. Wonder what that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Who got ya? This guy. Bullseye! Got you that time. Not fair. This is our chance to make you.
Okay, those fights were kind of quick.
Oh, son.
Not exactly best.
Whoa, must be from the old world.
I shouldn't. Nah. That was just like. Whatever. No, it's like, bro, I wasn't able. Like, I was allowed to. Bro. I was allowed to fail this. It wasn't a mandatory course. And that was a terrible Origin impression there.
Barrel's gonna blow. Ah. Fuck it.
Where are the enemies?
Touch this.
I want to fight the enemies close to the ground here, or to the bottom here. I think one more wave, yeah.
Learn your lesson yet? Put me down. Time to cool off.
Because that's where I actually want to be at the end.
Ooh, a building spot.
There's one enemy left.
What's this?
Detecting a site that meets the necessary.
Okay.
That's science talk, boy. Good work.
Sweet.
I know you're just like nature.
Alright, I think next level we actually get Errant. So back to speedrun and stop flaming origin, I guess. Next level is where we actually get Errant. And Errant actually has some movement tech to it. It's also a really, really strong character.
Back in your lodge, just as
By the way, you
should
can kind of hover
when we had a food hall.
by doing this, like jump attack, jump attack, jump attack. But it doesn't work if you have like no ground underneath you.
Running into
So you're not gonna see this tag used at all. But Errant actually has some movement tech behind it, which actually allows us to skip certain cycles, make jumps that are not possible, and in the next level actually... Is next level?
A shell walker. And if
Yeah,
you see
next
him,
level has
smart
a
about this.
semi-decent skip in it, and a couple levels after that, like an actually really, really big skip.
Gotcha, another machine down. Shell walker. These ones have want some more? Yeah. Blam. Bite the dust. Woo! You guys saw that, right? Nice. Time to gear up for the fight. Whoa!
Let's get the dash boots here.
Just like a superhero.
And the dash into my
Okay,
device.
let's give this another go.
By the way, Ninjago reference back here.
Enjoy
Who
my
got you?
arrow!
This guy. Borrow the superhero. Unstoppable. Wow. Oh, that was a good one. Finish him off.
For the enemies I know I can one hit in one shot. I'm actually not bothering using my special
Crap
weapon.
now.
2 enemies left here. Like this one, the watcher I can one shot. This one I can't one shot.
Like lightning. Smudge it. Ha ha. Smash. Uh-oh.
So
Okay,
you look
Errant
impressive.
unlocked.
Though Aaron seemed simple and showed no appreciation for an elegantly woven backstory, Aloy welcomed him to the gang. After all, there is no problem that cannot be solved by hitting things with a large hammer.
Kinda like a shortcut ended there. And now we're actually doing like a main switch, if you're familiar with Pokemon.
Yeah,
Like
don't be
I switched mains basically already. Like I leveled up Aloy to level 6 and then I went to VAR. And from now on I'm gonna use Errant. He hits really hard, but kinda slow. But
Hi,
he
Errant. How are you
hits
liking
like
Mother's
a nice threshold.
Once you found all the
This should come in handy.
I hope I unlocked the right thing.
The more areas we can open, the better.
Did I unlock the gadgets or the weapon? I can't remember.
Watch out. I hear there's a Thunderjaw out there somewhere.
It doesn't really matter in this stage. It only matters in the stage going forward.
So we need to find the right... Hammering
Okay.
time!
I unlocked
Who's your favorite superhero?
the correct thing. So now we have Errant. This is not the cauldron level. Oh no, the next one is the cauldron level. But Errant has a hammer. And the benefit of his hammer is he can hit multiple weak spots at once. Yeah. So it can deal with enemies really quick.
There's more where that came from. Another strange remnant from the old world.
The
Look out below.
bad thing about him is he's a brawler
Ready to
basically.
get hit some more.
So he needs to be in like close case combat.
Hi. I'm always here.
Pays to look around.
But he does really good damage.
It's so inspiring.
And he also has like another thing.
Weird, you know?
Catch this!
Rat from above. Cut it out.
Yeah, that's where this game is actually going towards.
Got another one. Oh, this one hit. That one's not getting up.
Like you can also use the environment in most places.
I should aim for that weak spot. Ah, bet you felt that. And gone. And nailed it. Hammer time.
Detecting another tower location. This should add the final piece of the...
Towers up.
Excellent. That should be...
Woohoo!
That's a wrong gold slip, by the way. Let's bit earlier. There's one more level.
So that's where it's...
Psst, over here.
Yeah, this game will
There's some new
reach a
tasks
point
coming
where
forward.
like optimizing battles is actually like the way to go. I'm not that interested in it. Like I think I DM'd that to Paxo earlier today. I'm more interested in like laying the foundation of the game
The more
with the
areas we
movement
can
stuff,
open, the better.
and then just let it go.
Perhaps location.
Double jump. That's actually pretty big.
That's the place. Although it seems to be rather more than just a cavern.
Like,
You'll find the Thunderjaw
you all know
somewhere
I'm more of a
inside.
glitch hunter, but I still like to dabble into speedruns from time to time. So like getting like the first speedruns out is something I enjoy because then I can like actually shine a big good because then it's like everything is new and I can shine with my findings. But at the point where it relies on you getting one glitch after each other, it's not my like strong suit anymore.
Machines for breakfast. Yeah, you're done. Shattered.
It appears to be what the...
Another dead terminal. These machines not pay their power bill.
So I was kind of ashamed that I get the correct power up here, because as I could show you a skip,
Looks
which is
like a
only
good
possible.
spot
Let's
for a
just do
hammock.
it here.
Or a bridge.
You see how you can use Aaron's hammer to actually get
I
more
don't
distance.
fancy missing second dinner, so I better power that thing up. Ah. Whoa!
Whoa, that was a
Glad
great
I
save.
finally nailed tying shoes.
But since I have like double jump ability
This is
because I
some
bought this
machine
earlier,
forge.
I can actually just use this to skip a section.
Won't get anywhere without those barrels. Yeah.
Oh, that didn't hit. Jumpman should be able to hit.
Note to self: don't land on face.
Yeah, exactly. Like, maybe you can make this happen. At the early stages of the game, you can actually like just like swing with it.
How great is smashing stuff?
And just like go with it, how everything goes, and just like this game will come out how you can optimize fights. Like this game will come out to how much you can optimize actually the fights or not. Screw this.
This time's the charm.
Because there's a lot of things you can optimize. Like here it is. With the fights. At least I can show you now.
Platforming, that's plumber's work. Yeah.
Okay, so normally you have to activate that switch back there, but what you can also do is...
Oh.
How did this not work?
Yeah, that was a weird dream.
Do this.
Got another one. Ha.
Sooner a game closer. Yeah.
We're gonna fight that thing. Cool. Fire in the hole.
By the way, you can't stretch the screen enough here to actually want to see this section.
So glad someone left that barrel there.
Getting hit there actually doesn't matter at all, because I still need to get the sack on this side. Okay, now it matters because I missed that jump.
Let's try the same thing, but better.
Also one note, I'm playing on the lowest difficulty right now.
You won't have a leg to stand on. Yeah. There. That's where I need to hit it. Hurts, doesn't it? Bet you felt that. Gotta go right for the leg.
This is so much quicker on easy difficulty.
I mean, we did it. Woohoo! Yeah.
So we're way under 2-hour pace.
Hello again. You did it. You got the first piece.
But now you got like a chance to actually see Errant how he's
If
playing.
it's made of dough and got a hole, I'm your guy.
Like with his attack, like his attack speed is really slow, but he does so much damage.
I can't see anything.
And another thing he does is he actually has like the sick movement ability in the air, which actually gives you some movement stuff.
Now I'm here. Gadget's almost trained. Look out below. I should aim. Nailed it. I never get tired of bashing machines. Earth scrap.
But honestly, I think the hard difficulty will be the way to go. I think this game, like the hard difficulty, will be way more fun.
Quick, everyone! Try not to blow up!
Let's get this is against the rules.
But Aaron actually has like a really big learning curve to him.
This is against the rules.
Like you see those guys with a barrel on the back, if you hit them, you get a knockback. So with every other character, you can simply just like hit them from a distance. But with Aaron, you actually have to pick them up and throw them, as you get like knockback every single time.
Oh, that's better.
The peculiar trader, with his friendly greetings and stock phrases, had found his way even here, deep in the... It was as if some unseen, benevolent...
Yeah.
I'm detecting large...
I'm an ember in the breeze. Can't see us here.
Hey, you! Get out of here!
Gotta whack those lights. Gravity bomb out! Bringing everyone together. That one's not getting up. Gather round. Oh, Gadget. This thing's almost out of juice.
That was pretty quick. Still don't know where to go after the fight area. It's just like estimating where to go.
The part you salvaged.
Wow! Wow, generous building.
I think after this level I actually want to upgrade my character, like the final time.
Have you seen
If it's
those
made of
insects in the
dough
jungle?
and got a hole, I'm your guy.
I already highly recommend playing actually this game. It's actually a lot of fun, and like I said, like actually doing the whole fighting and stuff,
Over here!
super fun, super fun.
Only a few uses left. drop something. For when a big hammer just gadgets almost up.
And you can see how Aaron's getting pretty OP every time you use him.
Supposed to be from.
The thing is, like, the characters get stronger the more you use them. Like, you see, I'm like level 13, if I saw it correctly. And, like, they have thresholds.
Well,
Which level they actually get which benefit, like, it's gonna be extra damage,
Gillis and his boss are
extra health, stuff like that.
Haven't seen this before.
Oh, nice.
Shot camera is pretty good, so I'm gonna grab that one.
As they headed back home, the gang
So
spotted
yesterday I went to the right here,
towering shape of a Talmud.
which included me doing like a 6 or 7 wave boss like arena. So this time I'm going to the left, which is tall neck area. Tall neck means this is basically an auto scroller. Like there are 2 to 3 sections for each tall neck, and you can only save, or you can't save time on the last section. I don't. I have to go down here.
Oh gosh, intruders!
So you can save on the first 2 sections, but not on the last one. Which makes it way better to actually speedrun, in my opinion.
Here goes nothing!
So save time here. Tallneck didn't leave the stage yet. On this section, I'm not sure if this is already the final section or not. But it's definitely way more consistent than doing a couple of wave enemies.
I'm glad I finally started.
If I don't fall.
Try the same thing, but better!
Shade huggers, destroy them!
So you also want to skip as much
I knew I smelled something bad!
of like climbing as possible.
Wonder what happened to its head.
So despite me actually losing some time there with falling down, I didn't lose time actually at all.
It was clear to Aloy. With machines. She prepared to head back into the perilous jungle.
So
with an
I got
even
2 new
greater
upgrades
sense
here.
of purpose. So you can
One of them
imagine how
was
much
I
purpose
actually
that
started with an
was.
upgraded weapon already, which has some, like, it's not necessary because enemies drop them,
Dishes from every part of Mother's house.
but it actually helps out in a couple levels. The other thing I did was actually make my upgrades stronger. So if I have an upgrade, which I now start with both the gadget and the weapon upgrade, I actually do more damage.
As Silence failed to grasp the subtlety with which I've woven our story's themes,
So you see I've upgraded the
Here
weapon
goes
and
nothing!
gadget.
There, get it!
The double jump boots actually has some like offensive ability as well, but I'm really hesitant on actually using like the defensive part of
Another
it,
strange remnant from the old world.
because actually like using them to skip certain stuff, certain climbs, is way more beneficial to actually having them to just deal damage to enemies, because they can one-shot enemies anyway.
I wanna go higher!
So instead of climbing up there or like mantling up there, I want to use it like that to take shortcuts.
Damn! Hurts, doesn't it?
And now you can also see why like another reason why Errant is so overpowered. He can hit multiple weak spots at once. Basically deal with all the enemies, like sometimes one-shot the enemies.
Got another one!
Like the Earthquake hammer up upgrade, I actually don't want to get because it always feels like I'm actually losing damage using it. Because it doesn't do a swing, it does like more a crash.
Not for you.
Another new tool!
Someone will enjoy it.
Is crash the right word? Yeah, kinda get. Like up to down movement, another slash. A crush is the right word. The hammer, like Earthquake hammer, is more of a crush style attack instead of a slash. And the slash is able to hit multiple weak spots at once. I'm trying to show this off here. Like this one is multiple weak spots.
That one's not getting up.
So you can see how I hit multiple weak spots there at once.
Only a few uses left.
So it's way more beneficial to have like multiple like hits at once than have one big hit basically.
And gone. Shattered.
Let's hope that pile has one of the machine parts we need.
This part, I wonder what happened to the sawtooth.
Whoa!
Alright. My aim for this was definitely sub 2 hour. I was aiming between like sub 2 hour and 1:45. And I'm looking to the... If this one's going like that well,
Someone's calling on the focus.
it's probably ending up 150, 155.
Varl was shaken by Helis's words. Like any good villain, he'd pinpointed the boy's greatest fear. That he wasn't a real hero at all.
Yeah.
Those flowers sure put the pedal to the metal. I cracked myself on.
And this level, I think, is the level I'm looking forward to. Yes. Tripwire. You always start this level with the tripwire. At least from my testing. Which is amazing. Because this is the biggest skip so far we found.
Or even
Or I
Aaron's
found.
mythical donut hoard. The gang did come across a cauldron. An ancient factory where machines were built.
So normally you have to go to the right, do like grab a bomb, throw it at one of the objects, and then go back to the right, grab another bomb. And you also have to actually get a bomb from up here. But what you can do is actually this. Grab it onto here. Use the... Come on.
Gadget's almost
Use the tripwire
This thing's almost out
on both
of
sides. And then bait the enemy to activate both tripwires.
Shattered.
So this activates the first switch. Come on over here. Okay. Activate second tripwire. That lets us skip both. Like grabbing both actual like bombs.
Ow!
Well, it's the first time I actually made that cycle. And that's another benefit of actually having Errant.
Busted.
You can make those cycles.
Nailed it.
Just simply if it's like stalling mid-air, you can actually make those cycles like work. Maybe I was able.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Also, like the skip I just did actually is.
Extra spicy.
It skips a really hard, like really hard skip. Makes it even faster. Like this is the fastest way to do this room.
More for this crafty.
And here you actually want to bait a shot from the Watcher to actually hit the switch for us.
The heroes emerge from the cauldron back in the rainforest, conveniently close to where they needed to be.
So here I'm gonna actually save a shit ton of time. Just because of those two new strats. And as you saw, I still had one tripwire left.
Later, I'll have my enemy well done.
So even if I didn't get like the enemy to shoot a shot for me, I would still have had the opportunity to actually use the tripwire to trigger the switch for us.
Looks pretty high.
Also, because yesterday I was doing the run at the wrong difficulty, boss fights are way quicker. Minus.
When you build cool stuff, everybody prospers.
This year I could have my birthday party at the food hall.
Imagine the party we could throw if we could only get those speakers working.
So from what I can tell so far is you always start at the level of the tripwire.
Tread carefully.
Despite Aloy's kind words, Varl
If you
yearned
don't
for a
get it with the
chance to
tripwire,
prove
you're
his
screwed.
heroism.
Or you can still do the errands jump and save like a considerable amount of like time compared to doing it casually. But the tripwire actually makes this level really fast.
World of every blade of grass and every flower.
Back on the ground. I should aim. More scrap for the stash. Extremely burning up the heat. You're done. That's that crazy thing supposed to be from. Only a few uses left.
Trying to make sure I can use the most of my dash boots.
We'll take that.
Ooh, I want to get this one.
What to choose?
This is a really cool upgrade. It's like the Mega Hammer. Like every time I hit an enemy, it actually grows bigger. It does more damage. It only has 20 charges, but I'm trying to make the most out of it.
There. Weak spots. Love that sound. Bye-bye now. Double jump right on target. Batter up. Off it goes. That's one clobbering, extra spicy. Light them up.
And see how much damage
My scanners show
that one actually does. As soon as you get it like fully charged.
Okay.
Now.
Thank you, boys.
Should be the last level here.
By entering this facility, you would thank you for volunteering.
It looks really
Boss
bad.
fight.
What?
I like the one we built better.
You've hardly made a dent in me. Whiskers loves to mouthwash. That will not help you.
Now, smash! From tentacles.
Already done with the boss fight.
Quickly.
Hey, come back!
Whoa!
So I'm 55 pace. Like I said. And those levels are actually really quick. Starting to get to right now.
Oh, well.
So actually on the last stretch, like last 6 levels, 5 levels here, then we're going back to the right side, like final stage and final boss fight. So it's time to get actually kind of serious and hyped.
Something takes it.
Remember to take care and fight without mercy.
Stock.
Lime,
These things must be
flame
great at
hammer.
hide and seek. The hammer always wins. Knocked it down. Bet you felt that. Now I'm here. Oh, Gadget. I'm pop. Aw, dang. I like that thing.
So you can see how overpowered Aaron actually gets. Like he can 2 to 3 shot basically everything. And yes, added specialty of actually doing some movement attacks. So it's definitely a no-brainer to use him. Him or Var. Like Var is still like pretty decent.
I'm not afraid of you. Now get it while it's down.
The thing is with Aaron, he has like a higher skill ceiling because you have to be in close combat with them, of the enemies.
Double jump. That's like 3 times better than a regular jump. Whoa!
Aloy is by far the worst in my opinion. Because for her to like shoot projectiles at full distance, you have actually to charge her attack. While Var can always shoot at max distance. Aaron doesn't have a max distance, and Teresa
Once again,
which is the other character.
Oh, all right, it's time for me to come clean.
Open up. I want to get
created the
this one here.
mysterious chess keeper.
Teresa has bombs, which they
The
can.
narrator handbook says one
She
shouldn't
can
invent new
throw
characters.
at like every distance. But honestly, I don't think it's gonna be that like useful to actually do stuff with Teresa.
Those.
Bet Helis wouldn't be too.
Down
But
we go!
granted, I haven't played much of Teresa.
It's weekend! I never get tired of bashing machines. I should aim for that weak spot.
So like I said, like Aaron definitely has a high skill ceiling. Because every enemy that gets close by, like those one here, you actually have to pick up and throw.
Catch this! I cleaned up the mess. You're welcome. Try not to blow up! Smash
Because
it.
else this stuff happens.
Hey!
So you actually have to be careful how you actually deal with the enemies. And you can't just simply like smash around.
Yeah!
I think I'm looking good on my 145 estimate.
So you've really been looking for this donut?
Can't wait for our next adventure.
When you build cool stuff,
Oh, I go to the wrong
everybody
direction.
prospers.
Those speakers are so big they're gonna melt my little plastic brain.
I went fully autopilot to the last mission already. Like, I have the splits open now and they are correct this time. Not like yesterday, where I missed some splits.
Spend time in.
As they searched the desert for ways to annoy Helis, Aloy and her friends came across another cauldron. Where would it lead them?
Another cauldron.
Play a little
The
more.
cauldrons
to find
are actually my favorite levels. I think they're like visually stunning or appealing. Like, to be honest, the whole game is visually appealing.
Weird place.
But I don't know, they just are like the most fun to optimize because they have some puzzle sections in it.
Wish I didn't conduct electricity. Another one for me. This thing's almost out of. Oh, nailed it. You're done. Extremely flammable boots. I like it.
Yes,
All
they
right.
made a league version of Horizon
Turn that terminal on.
3 days ago. Be done by Q.
Ta. So many tall necks. Wonder if they'll let me keep one. Batter up.
But
I
it's
wanna
not a
go
TT game.
down for long. Whoa. Glad I finally nailed
If you're familiar with the
shoes.
TT games, it's not like a normal Lego game, like Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, for example.
Good hit.
It's kind of different. It's more like Lego Verse. It is a Lego game, but it's not a mainline TT game, which does like the most Lego games.
Hey. Let's try the same thing, but better.
But it feels kind of similar, but also different in some kind of way. But it's super fun to play. Like as somebody that runs TT games primarily,
Did good. Blizzard time.
I didn't want to pick that one up.
Sweet, sweet destruction.
Oh no, I missed the cycle. What am I gonna do? Ultimate nice.
Can't keep
Oh no, I
Velociraptor
missed the cycle. What am I gonna do? I use also right. Yeah, Gio. I'm Los. Welcome back. Oh, welcome back. I'm Los. I messed that joke up so badly. For here, you actually want to be careful.
Okay, let's get out of here. Ulyss isn't gonna annoy himself.
Because if you fall too far, you actually face plant, and face planting actually.
The desert sun was blinding.
That's
But when they regained their bearings, they really
loses your upgrade.
That's a rush. Light him up. Turning up the heat.
Come on, this was like a really terrible boss fight.
There's another of the cult's polluters.
This is CEO. Okay, I went with the okay, I'm sorry. I went with the Italian pronunciation, which would be G-I, would be Ch. Okay. I'm sorry, CEO.
Aaron.
So, must feel good to it.
This place is really starting to feel like home.
Well, to be honest, it is a name that can be pronounced in like very different ways. It could be Chio, CEO, CEO. Like depending on like
how true that is.
The language you grow up
pastry
basically.
Treasures or long lost
Gadget's almost straight. That one's not getting up. These bombs suck. Oh, Gadget, I'm gonna hate to see you go. Oh, that's better. Finders keepers.
See, I'm Swiss, half Italian. For me, it's natural to pronounce it Chio, because that would be the Italian way.
It's almost like.
Our heroes felt the
But
ground
I see your
shake,
point.
the unmistakable sign of a tall neck nearby. Now it was up to them what part of the desert they.
My godfather actually lived in Norway.
Glad I don't have to fight that one.
Like considerable amount of time.
Climbing it, though.
Like he's Swiss, but he lived many years in Norway. He's fluent in Norwegian as well.
If I'm cut out for being a cultist, I only really enjoy believing crazy stuff on the weekends.
There! A non-believer!
There's a pretty good first tall next section here.
That's one big machine.
Let's see if I can keep the paste here. Or the paste, not the paste. So the pastry dough.
Thought you could sneak up on me. I see you, heathen. Yeah.
They say Helis was born sunbathing. The sun chose him to leave us, and nothing anyone says can convince me otherwise.
Yes. Beat the tall neck. Which means I didn't lose any time in this section. That's why I liked playing this section that much. Because whatever happens, if I can beat the tall neck to the end, I'm quick enough.
Dropping it.
And also the other, like, the alternative is actually pretty slow. Alright, 2 more level. Let's go.
You know, these polluter thingy.
Shock hammer. That's good, I think. And the gadget is bad. It's pretty trash. No, you can't.
Yeah, that was a weird dream.
That's also why you see me struggling sometimes, knowing where to go. I know for the gold stats, but the thing is, this game actually reuses certain maps. So certain maps you see over and over again, so that like you can't see it that much in like late game. The early game you actually see it like a lot.
Shoot the glowy bits. Got it. Grab.
To be honest, Jimkin, I was playing on the wrong difficulty yesterday. I thought I was actually playing on the lowest difficulty when I was actually playing on the second lowest difficulty. Mix it in with new strats, better optimization, knowing where to go. Actually having an idea, way better idea how this game actually works. And like a couple of like pretty big new strats. So I actually did a main switch here. I'm playing with another character now.
That's not very stable.
And makes a big difference. Like new character I'm playing with, Errant, is actually really fast. And the funny thing is, the first run I started today, I made sure I collect the correct difficulty, but then I realized that I'm not doing enough damage, and then I like reset it.
I'll take that.
And I realized I actually was again on the wrong difficulty. So I don't know how this can happen. Like I actually made sure to be on the correct difficulty. But yeah, I'm actually way more familiar with this game now.
Put me down!
And there's a couple of really big new strats I found today.
Oh, cut it out! I eat machines for breakfast. The
Like the biggest, probably the biggest one is coming in the boss fight, which is 2 levels from now.
That's one spicy looking sausage.
Because yesterday I had to like 8 cycle them, and if everything goes correct, I can 4 cycle them. And that has nothing to do with actually like
Turning up the heat. That one's not getting up.
the difficulty.
Scanners indicate one of Helis's precious polluters ahead.
But my goal was for a 145 today, which I'm actually on a pretty good pace for that.
Wow!
Because now it's final stage and final level, or final boss fight.
Shall we head out again?
Oh no, I missed a level. My splits.
My girlfriend saw those metal flowers and now she wants one.
So I double split it. Probably. It's weird. I thought I split correctly. Well, whatever. Splits are gonna be like obsolete anyway. Because I can 100% guarantee this game is gonna be loadless on PC. Simply by the amount of loads you get. There's no FTT so far, but loads vary a lot.
I cleaned up the mess. You're welcome. It's weekend.
So even if my splits are not correct right now, like the RTA at the end obviously will be correct.
Now shit's coming down. Die. There's more where that came from. Just for you.
How are we doing, Chimkin, by the way? Do you also own a game? Or are you planning on actually getting the game? Because I can actually highly recommend the game. Like, I think it's actually great fun. It's like it's completely different than usual TT Lego games. It's just like a great, like, different game.
Batter up.
Like it's completely different than like your regular TT game, but yeah, I give it like. Wait, when is Black Friday?
I'm not afraid of you.
Black Friday is like in 1 to 2 weeks, right?
Down for now.
Yeah. Wait until Black Friday or Cyber Monday and get it then. Because I can guarantee you it's going to sale then.
Now.
Yo, Zero, thanks for the good luck. Ice Hammer is pretty good for the next boss fight because it's Snap Mouth. Actually, I'm so happy that I actually went and bought Horizon Zero Dawn and played it through before this game released. Because I actually know a lot of stuff about the monster, like this monster is supposed to be weak against ice. Yeah, boss fight done. And they have those like secrets in there that like this boss is weak against ice, the Greys are weak against fire, which you wouldn't know really if you didn't play. Let's undo skip. Let's do it like this. You didn't play the game before.
When did that happen?
Like Chimkin, you can't go into this game thinking it's gonna be like Pirates or League of Indiana Jones. Like you're gonna have a really bad time if you go into the game thinking it's like this. You don't gonna like this game then. But if you go into this game and see it just as a Lego game, mostly as a Lego platformer / beat 'em up, you're gonna have like a super time. Like there's like most skips or all skips so far
This is definitely the place.
are like platforming skips, so movement skips, no FTT, and the boss fights are or the fights in general are actually really cool, and they actually have the potential to be optimized like the shit ton out of it.
They lit up like.
There's also like experience curve you have to like figure out, like you level up from time to time, and leveling up actually gives you more damage, more health. There's also upgrades you can buy, so I'm doing like a minimal amount of like upgrades right now with my run.
Present for you! Careful! They got special gear!
But you can also upgrade this, and you can like tweak this around with actually getting chests. It gives you more stats, so you can actually like upgrade more stuff, and it's like so much things you can do to like tweak stuff around. Like the main things I actually upgraded in this run was
Aw, dang.
I actually made sure I get like a pretty good like tier of like there's different tiers you can actually grab, and I made sure I got a good tier of like the upgrade which gives you more XP, because XP directly correlates with damage you do. There are certain level thresholds you want to reach. One of them is level 16, which I'm in the final stage, and I reached level 16. Level 16 is the level which actually gives you more damage. The next upgrade to your damage you would receive would be level 18. Level 17, which I'm gonna reach in just a bit, is just like one more heart. And given how easy it is to actually dodge the attacks from the boss fight, that extra heart doesn't actually like make a difference. So we want to actually reach level 16, and the only next threshold we actually want to reach will be level 18, because that's the next damage upgrade. So we have actually like a lot to play around with. Like you also can only level up the characters you're actually using. So 4 characters you can use throughout the level or throughout the game. And that leaves you some like options to play around with. Meaning you can actually play certain levels with another character if like their playstyle is better in that level, but you don't miss out like that threshold of level 16. If that makes sense. And that's gonna be really cool to route, in my opinion, like finding like optimal stages for each like boss, or not each boss, like each character, and figuring out how you wanna like optimize each stage.
Bet you felt that.
Also, the character I'm using right now is like, I wouldn't say he's the best character to use, but what he has, what the other ones doesn't have, is like he has a really high damage output, but a slow attack speed. But he can actually stall mid-air with his attack, which allows to get early cycles in certain levels, which is obviously really helpful, and he gets like a further jump because he can stall mid-air.
So are the machines.
Well, here it is, the big climax.
But it's hard to play because basically he's a brawler. He needs to be in like close combat range, and all the other characters are like distant fighters, basically rangers if you wanna use like other game terms. So having somebody that always have to be close combat is like tougher to actually handle. But actually he does so much damage, and he has some like really interesting stuff in his kit that he can use that makes him like a really interesting like character to play with.
Your chances of survival.
Alright, boss fight time. And I think what I like the most about this game is it actually has a boss fight. Like an actual boss fight.
Not. Look at that.
Whoa! Woo. Let's do this! Some nails take 2 swings.
Your fighting is impressive, but ultimately futile. Hey, that red stuff is explosive. Cease your... If I could feel, that would have hurt. Arg, quit it. If I had a butt, you would be a pain in it.
Ow, ow, ow!
You cannot save this world.
It's a stubborn bit. Good riddance.
The struggle makes your elimination sweeter. Your persistence is annoying. No, my precious corruption. If I had a butt, you would be a pain in it.
Those old ones sure
That
knew
was
how to make...
fucking quick. Oh, you shit. 147.14. That was a really, really good final phase or final boss fight. Like, I force acted him. That's obviously the quickest you can do. But you saw how tight it was on that. Also, obviously, I was on the lowest difficulty. Like, that's something you also have to like realize.
We can't let
It's harder on the higher difficulties.
I've got just the